Picture this. You are diving into the deep blue waters of the Western Mediterranean. Sunlight filters down in soft, trembling beams, fading into a cold, endless abyss. Your heartbeat echoes in your ears. Every movement feels slower, heavier. And then, out of the darkness, a massive 20-foot shadow materializes. It is a great white shark, the ultimate apex predator of the ocean, armed with 300 razor-sharp triangular teeth. But something is off. This isn't the calm, calculated glide of a hunter in control. This creature, this symbol of dominance, is moving fast, too fast. Its body jerks slightly, its path unpredictable. It isn't stalking.
It's running. Because in these waters, even the greatest apex predator can suddenly become prey, and you are about to witness why. Welcome back to the channel, wildlife lovers. Today, we are leaving the dusty plains of the African savanna behind and plunging straight into one of the most mysterious and least understood battlefields on Earth, the open ocean. This is not just another predator story. This is a complete reversal of everything you think you know about power, fear, and survival. We are about to witness a clash of titans so intense, so unexpected, that it has left scientists stunned and divers speechless.
A battle where size doesn't guarantee victory, where speed isn't enough, and where intelligence changes everything. Get ready for ocean titans when the apex becomes prey. Let's start with the creature that has dominated human nightmares for generations, the great white shark. Even in a familiar sea like the Western Mediterranean, the mere presence of a great white sends a chill down your spine. This is not just a fish. This is a living weapon, refined by millions of years of evolution into one of the most efficient killing machines on the planet. We are talking about a predator that can grow up to 23 feet long, longer than a school bus, and weigh more than 4,400 pounds. Its torpedo-shaped body is built for explosive bursts of speed, capable of launching from the depths like a missile.
And then there's its secret advantage, something most people don't even realize. Unlike most fish, the great white shark is partially warm-blooded. Thanks to a specialized network of blood vessels, it can keep its vital organs, swimming muscles, and even its stomach up to 13 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the surrounding water. That means more power, more endurance, and faster reaction times than almost anything else in its environment. And then there's the mouth, a nightmare of nature. About 300 razor-sharp triangular teeth arranged in 5 rotating rows. Each tooth is designed like a serrated blade, perfect for slicing through flesh and bone. And when one breaks or falls out, another instantly rotates into place. It is a self-replacing arsenal. When this predator strikes from below, it does so with terrifying precision. In a single explosive burst, it can hit its target with a bite force of over 18,000 newtons, enough to shatter bone instantly. In many cases, the prey doesn't even realize what happened. One moment, calm water. The next, chaos.
As an apex predator, the great white shark sits comfortably at the very top of the ocean food chain. For decades, it has ruled with near absolute dominance, appearing to have no natural enemies, no fear, no competition, no equal. Or, at least, that's what we thought. Because there is one hunter in the ocean that completely rewrites the rules. One predator that doesn't just challenge the great white, but hunts it. The orca, also known as the killer whale, a name that barely scratches the surface of what this animal truly is. Because when these two giants meet, this is not a fight decided by teeth or speed alone. This is a battle of minds, and the difference is devastating. You see, power is not always the ultimate weapon in the ocean. Sometimes it is intelligence. Orcas are not just predators, they are thinkers, strategists, coordinators. Each pod operates like a perfectly synchronized unit, communicating through a complex system of clicks, whistles, and calls that can travel for miles underwater. Imagine that for a second. You're a solitary hunter, relying on instinct and raw power, and suddenly, you're surrounded by a family that plans, communicates, and executes like a team of elite tacticians. Biologically speaking, the orca is extraordinary. It possesses a brain comparable in size to that of an African elephant, with one of the highest brain-to-body mass ratios in the animal kingdom. But it's not just size that matters, it's structure. Their neocortex, the region associated with emotion, problem-solving, and social behavior, is highly developed. This allows orcas to form deep social bonds, learn from each other, and even pass down hunting techniques across generations. Yes, you heard that right. They have culture. Pods are often led by an experienced matriarch, a wise, older female who carries decades of knowledge. She knows where to hunt, how to hunt, and most importantly, what to hunt. And when great white sharks enter their territory, they become targets. Now imagine this moment from the shark's perspective. You are the apex predator. You have ruled your domain without challenge. And then a sound, faint at first, almost imperceptible. Clicks, echoes, signals bouncing through the water, mapping everything around you with terrifying precision. The orcas have found you. They don't rush in blindly. They don't panic. They don't waste energy. They plan. One orca moves in from below, another from the side, a third stays back, observing, adjusting, calculating. And then, in a perfectly timed maneuver, they strike. Not at the teeth, not at the body, but at the weakness. They flip the shark. Yes, flip it. By turning the great white upside down, orcas can induce a state called tonic immobility, a kind of paralysis that leaves the shark completely helpless. The apex predator, frozen, powerless, unable to fight back.
And in that moment, the hunter becomes prey. What follows is fast, efficient, surgical. In some documented cases, orcas have been observed targeting specific organs, like the shark's liver, which is rich in nutrients. They remove it with astonishing precision, leaving the rest behind. It's not chaos, it's strategy, and it is terrifying in its perfection. This is why, when orcas enter an area, great white sharks don't fight back, they flee. In fact, studies have shown that entire populations of great whites will abandon their hunting grounds for months, sometimes even years, after a single orca encounter. Think about that. The most feared predator in the ocean, running. Not because it's weaker, but because it's outmatched. And yet, as incredible as this battle is, there is a deeper story here, one that affects both of these magnificent creatures. Because while the orca dominates through intelligence and teamwork, the great white shark faces a very different kind of threat: us. Due to their slow reproductive rate, great white sharks struggle to recover from population losses. Add to that the pressures of illegal hunting for fins and teeth, accidental capture in fishing nets, and widespread habitat degradation, and the situation becomes critical. The International Union for Conservation of Nature now lists the great white shark in the Mediterranean as critically endangered. Let that sink in. An apex predator on the brink. The Mediterranean Sea itself is under immense stress, from pollution to overfishing to climate change. And when ecosystems begin to collapse, it doesn't just affect one species, it affects everything. Which means this story, this clash of titans, is not just about power and survival, it's about balance and responsibility.
Because conservation doesn't start with governments or organizations alone. It starts with us. Simple choices like reducing plastic waste, supporting sustainable seafood, and respecting marine life can have a massive impact when multiplied across millions of people. Protecting the ocean is not just about saving animals, it's about preserving the very systems that make life on this planet possible. So, now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the orca's incredible intelligence? Does it change the way you see the ocean's food chain? And did you ever imagine that the mighty great white shark could be hunted like this? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. If this video opened your eyes or kept you on the edge of your seat, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to see this, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wildest, most unbelievable stories on Earth. Because out here, in the depths, nothing is ever what it seems. Until next time, stay curious and stay wild.